Hello, everybody. Sunday Adelaja here. I want to continue talking today about reconstructing Nigeria and Nigerians. And today, the principle of national development that I want to talk about today is the principle of cause and effect. A lot of our culture in general, African culture, because of our past, because of our paganistic past, and just for various reasons, we don't really seem to believe too much in cause and effect. We believe more in miracles than in cause and effect. And our churches have not helped as well. Our churches have only encouraged the masses believe in miracles without explanations. But we know that the way God has created life and this world is that world and life operates by the law of motion. And we have Isaac Newton to thank for that politically, socially, economically, or scientifically, life is built on cause and effect. If you see any effect or anything, it means there is a cause behind it. And there is nothing that will happen without a reason. So if you see anything happening, it's because there is a reason for it. There is nothing that happens without a reason. And if anything happens, there must be a reason behind it. And you can find out those reasons. But not too many people have discovered that cause and effect is also a factor in national development. When we are talking about national growth, national development, it will never happen when a people only believe in miracles, or when people overwhelmingly believe in miracles instead of in cause and effect. Unfortunately, even people who are educated in our countries don't seem to understand that life is based on cause and effect. They are educated, they go to school, but they only go to school to give their exams and to get a good job. But you will go to churches and mosques and you will see so-called educated people engaging in very silly behaviors. And that doesn't even show that they have ever been to school before. Anybody that is been to school, that is truly educated, will also know that life is based on cause and effect. There are two factors of education, two things that will prove that you are educated. Number one, the ability to question everything. Critical thinking. Everybody, you can be a PhD holder, you can be a professor without having critical thinking. It doesn't matter what degree you have. If you don't have critical thinking, you are not educated. Number two is the factor that will show or prove that you are educated is your belief and belief in cause and effect. There is no way you could call yourself educated and you don't know or you don't believe in cause and effect. Yes, we believe in miracles, that God could do anything, God is sovereign, and God could cause miracles to happen at any time. But in real life, miracle is only about 2% occurrences in our lives. Most of our life is based on laws, and the law especially of cause and effect. So if we want Nigeria to be reconstructed, if we want Nigeria to change, if we want Nigeria to be developed, if we want Nigeria to be transformed, we must begin to teach our people about the power of cause and effect, about the fact that life is based on cause and effect. Life is based on laws, especially the law of cause and effect, that it's only a weak nation that only believes in miracles, that is only calling on God, praying, expecting miracles to happen, whereas they are supposed to cause miracles to happen by themselves. You could be the author of your own miracle. You could create your own life. You could create your own country and build the kind of country that you want for yourself if you will only learn that life is based on cause and effect. If you do nothing, you get nothing. If you want something, you do something. That is what the law of cause and effect is about. And for our country to be developed, for our country to be reconstructed, we must be able to, from primary school to university level, teach our people, change their mindset, and renew their mind that life is based on cause and effect. Our churches must be reoriented. We must reorient our churches, our mosques, our religious institutions must be able to agree and teach people the importance of cause and effect. If that doesn't happen, we will still be a dark continent for a long time to come. Now, so for us to see development as a nation, we must renew the mind of our people. We must change the mindset of a whole nation, if either it is Nigeria or this any other country. The miracle-centered gospel, we have to be exchanged for the message of cause and effect. Because the miracle-centered gospel gives us the impression that we can get something in life for nothing, that we can get something without doing anything about it, that we can just get something because God will give it to us, because we hope, or because we are waiting for good luck, or because we are waiting for favor. When preachers and pastors and even teachers and ordinary people say you should expect a financial miracle or a financial breakthrough when you are not working, and when you have not signed any contract, and when you have done nothing, you have not done any business or transaction to warrant this financial miracle, then what they're actually saying is that you should expect to get something from nothing, which is fraud. That is fraud. The message of miracles that have become so prevalent in African churches and Nigerian churches, that message of breakthrough, tell us to reap a harvest. And that's what they teach people. They are teaching people to reap a harvest when they haven't planted any seed, when they have not sown. Now that you are telling them to expect a miracle, or to sow by giving you money, but they have not planted an industry. They have not planted a factory. They have not sown any physical seed in their farm. So hence, we fold our arms. People fold their arms and wait for harvest from God when they have not really done anything to qualify for this kind of harvest. You see, that kind of country will never grow. That kind of country will never witness development and civilization. So we have to re-educate our pastors. We have to re-educate our citizens that no, even though God can do miracle, but go and sow something first in real land. Go and build a factory first. Go and set up industry first. Then God will use that industry and give you more miracles. But miracles on nothing is not possible. When a pastor and a preacher or imam tells you to expect miracle or miracle money, there is something they call miracle money now, it's simply encouraging laziness. And because people believe in this miracle money, that has led to what they call money ratio in our country. Money ratio is because people believe in getting something for nothing. They don't believe in cause and effect. They believe that something can just come from nothing. That's why we're having money ratios, because of the mentality of instant gratification that is reigning in our country. The mentality of instant gratification that is reigning in our churches. The mentality that you can get an effect without a cause. It is deception. It is fraud. It is 419. When people, pastors or preachers or people, just ordinary people, teachers, tell people to expect miracles and without working for that miracle, they are encouraging people to wait on fortune instead of working hard with their hands to earn a living. We should tell our people, we should teach our country that it's only somebody who has worked hard for something that has the right to expect a blessing, to expect a miracle, or to expect an abundance. So we have to eliminate this get rich quick mentality. We got to destroy the get it now message and mentality from our people. We should raise up We should raise up a people, another people, a new generation of people whose focus will be about what they can do for themselves, what they can do with their own hands, what they can do for their country and society, than on what they can get from either friends, relatives, country, or God. That message of expecting favor or destiny helper, or just something that will give them instant gratification to gratify their desire, their selfish desire, is destroying our country. That is what is raising up the 419 people. That is what is raising up the scammers, Nigerian scammers. That is what is raising up the armed robbers and the marriage scammers and fraudsters, because we are telling them that they can get something for nothing. And by the way, it's even shameful that Christians and churches and people who say they believe in God are the people who are preaching these kind of messages of instant gratification and getting something for nothing. Because by saying that you can get something, blessings or breakthrough to people who have not worked for it, we actually insult God. We insult God whenever we think that we need Him to build our nation for us. We insult God whenever we think that that we could just pronounce something. We could just, give a prophetic word. And people who have not labored, people who have not planted, people who have not, paid the price will get a result. We insult God that way. We insult even hard work. We insult hard labor. We insult diligence. We insult faithfulness of other people. We insult the laws of nature. We insult God Himself who created these laws. When we insult God, when we call upon Him and pray to Him to come and solve our problems, our country's problem, our security problems for us. It is an insult on God, and it's on God's intelligence and on God Himself to conclude that in a country of over 200 million people, which Nigeria is, that no one has, that God has not created even one person that is intelligent enough to find solutions for practical solutions of our economic problems, security problems, armed robbery problems, corruption problems, or even electricity problems. Whenever we are going to church to pray that God should help us resolve Nigeria's problem, that God should help us, that only God can solve Nigeria's problem, that way we're just making a laughing stock of ourselves. And we are laughing at God also. We are actually insinuating that we have no intelligence. When we are saying this, it's like we don't have faith in God also. We are just trying to say that we're actually demonstrating that we are lazy, that we don't have intelligent brains to transform our lives, that we are lazy to build our country and a world-class nation, that we need God to come down and do that for us is an embarrassment. So that's why the messages in our churches and mosques must change, especially Christian churches. The miracle-centered gospel, it must quickly be changed into the message of critical thinking, cause and effect, because miracle-centered gospel denies us the use of our brains, whereas critical thinking empowers our brain. Miracle-centered gospel denies us of the use of our mind, whereas questioning cause and effect will empower us, will quicken our innovative mind. The quick gratification kind of messages and mindset prevents us from taking responsibility for the issues and the problems of our country when we just wait and expect somebody to come and do it for us. Anytime our society, our pastors, our elders, our educational system tell us to expect miracles and instant gratification or breakthroughs, which we have not worked for, and which we have not, the land where we have not cultivated, they are expecting us to reap from there. It's a movement, they are actually destroying our people. They are cultivating our people a mentality of people who can do nothing for themselves, who don't use their brain. They are cultivating in our people a culture of get rich quick, a get rich quick mentality. And that is the primary reason why all our people, most of our people are corrupt, and our leaders are looting our country's treasury because they don't have to work for it, because they can get something as a blessing, even if it is not theirs. When a country is built on instant gratification like that, instant miracles, breakthroughs, there will be no security in that country. because everybody wants to cheat another person. Everybody wants to rob another person. Everybody wants to take advantage of the other one. That's why we have security problems prevalent in our country. That's why we have robbery prevalent. That's why we have 419 fraudsters prevalent. That's why we have scams prevalent. When a society is built on the mentality of instant gratification, people will easily pick up arms to even kill other people because they're only looking at their gains. They only want to satisfy their own selfish desires immediately and now. Instead of denying themselves, because they are not used to denying themselves. They are not used to delaying their own gratification. And they are not used to working hard to make a living for themselves. So as long as people allow this kind of mentality of greed, lust for money to rule over them, our nation will be full of scams, frauds, and deceit. The crippling effect of miracle-centered message on our economy is seen in the weakened creative potential of our people, and hence our dead industry and industrial capacity, and our human capital output is one of the lowest in the world. This means that we have to change our message and our mentality, our mindset, and our belief system, from school system to church establishment to government establishment. We must establish the principle of cause and effect to replace the principle of instant gratification. Well, that's it for now. I hope to see you next week. For the love of God, church and nation.